Orange.
Beige.
Purple.
Turquoise! We're just kidding. Welcome to 922 o'clock, where we're too unique to be one. So why not create a fantastic, fun friend group? And by tuning in and joining us, you are welcoming yourself into a world of toil and trouble and having conversations with two perspectives about our So 922, let's get it! Today we're talking food culture, memories with food. We'll get into kind of like a bit of diet culture and stuff like that. So let's start all light and stuff. What do you think is your favorite food associated memory? Food associated memory. I think I like trying new foods. So my biggest one was trying the hot dog at Chigi's. That is my favorite food associated memory, because that's now like my favorite food. Yeah. Just exploring that and that whole experience. Yeah. Beautiful. Life-changing. If you ever get tired, just go to Cheeky's, get the hot dog. You can leave everything else, just get the hot dog. Just make sure you're not allergic to pork. Yeah, before us. Yeah, because it is pork. Yeah. And what's yours? So for me, I think it's the recent kind of get together we had at our granny's place, and just spending time together cooking, number one, because everyone else came late. We'll have an episode about etiquette and something. But kind of that, just cooking together, pouring your energy into something and then watching people enjoy it. I think that's and the you also part. Enjoying just watching people enjoy it. Because wow, the food was good. We were all so full we could barely drive and eat and everything like that. So yeah, just I think the joy of coming together and sharing a plate or sharing a meal, that type of thing. Because now that I think about it, we did a show and we realized that in every single culture around the world, anyway, no matter where you go, sitting over a table on the floor, but sitting over a meal is such a significant thing. We do it at weddings, we do it at funerals, we do it when we're meeting each other, we do it on Sundays, we're doing it all the time, because it's extremely involved in like your day-to-day. Yeah, sharing a meal with people, because there's something where we're all one in that moment. There's a level of like, we're all partaking in this thing, and it's sustaining us, and it's so warm and stuff. Because you notice when you're sharing a meal, you do, and when you're eating alone, like the food it's snacks. It's snacks. But sometimes it's like it's you and the podcast eating. Yeah. So you must get a friend to come eat with you while you're watching the podcast. That is definitely the way to go. Yes, I think that for me was like one of a fave. As much as food memories can be good, you can have some really, really bad, traumatic, like life-changing, I'm never eating oxtail again type memories. So what are what's your worst food memory? I thought, so we went to camp. We were young, hey, and it was probably just because of something random, but we went to camp, and that night we had chocolate, was it chocolate mousse? Or chocolate pudding? And I felt so ill. I get you. And it wasn't like everyone else was fine. It was just me. I was the issue that day, and I threw it all out in my sleeping bag because I was too scared to go to the bathroom. That is traumatic. There was a bush pig that was ramming the door, so all you were hearing was go time. Yo. So from that day, I've been really apprehensive when it comes to chocolate mousse, chocolate pudding, mousse in general. Hey, every liquid desserts that aren't either frozen. Those ones, nah. What about you? I think mine is a recent one, and it's just because of school. School. I will never, and I say never, eat mince again in my life.
I'm done. I think I'm done.
I get it, but
So we're doing this experiment where we're testing salmonella in mints. So to do that, you have to degrade the mints. Never again. I remember I took a picture because the lecturer was like, no, keep a picture because you need to speak about it in your results. I'm like, no, I can't keep this on my phone. Every time I look through my pictures, I'm seeing it. No. So I think that is my word. Mince meaty, bola nyaza. The whole shebang. No.
Spaghetti bolognese.
Done.
But you were going to come to my house and I was going to make pasta the other day.
Yeah, but it was with sausages. Wasn't with mince.
Yeah, because I don't like cooking mince. I don't like eating it.
Yeah, no, that's one. And I think I'm an extreme textured eater as well. So drinking a smoothie. I think I had a smoothie for the first time. I was like,
gagging, and not the good type.
is there a good type of gagging?
Yeah, like no, when you look like really sick and stuff, and it's like gag.
Oh no. But yeah, so yeah, I think that in me, like for me, was just traumatic. Drinking a smoothie for the first time, because the smoothie now reflects in things like porridge. I can't eat porridge.
Porridge.
Besides it being like, if it's too runny, it's a no. Like it must be thick. It must be thick, because other than that, no, I think those are mine.
I get the texture thing because that's why I cannot papaya, pawpaw.
No, but I think that's actually the flavor. The flavor. But you eat mushrooms.
Bobo. Mushrooms and pawpaw are two completely different things.
They're both slimy.
No, not like that. Not like that. Like pawpaw, completely different.
I'm side-eyeing you hard.
But you eat mushrooms as well.
True, but I'm saying you can't say you don't eat. Okay, not you can't, you can. Your feelings are valid. But saying you can't eat pawpaw because of the texture, but eating mushroom is the same thing.
No.
I'd rather say
because mushroom has a nice like
flavor.
earthy flavor to
exactly. So it's the
that one
not the
slimy and it tastes like nothing as well. So it's just slimy air. So
no taste.
It's not the taste, it's the combination. The combination just doesn't work.
I can agree with you on that one. Pawpaw is just the one. But it's like a lot of melons. They taste weird, except watermelon.
No, because I'm a big melon. I love spanspek, honeydew.
They taste like the rind of a watermelon. God, they taste like a rind of a watermelon. I promise you.
Anyway.
Forgive me today.
We forgot to do something. I'm Eulogio.
Oh, damn.
I'm Natabo. And thank you for tuning in. But before we play the game, what memory that involves the two of us do you have that's like, oh yeah, and that's food associated?
I think what we did last week, the week before, where we ate the starts in a different restaurant.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Dessert in a different restaurant. And that was really exciting.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that we did that.
I think for me, it's always trying like the stuff that really, really excites you. Because we eat differently. We eat very differently. This is why we don't live together, because we cook different things. We enjoy different
raw peppers.
Yeah, because I'm a grown up.
No, it's not hard to be grown up.
Eat raw peppers?
No, it's not.
Told me if you don't eat raw peppers, it's fine, guys. It's just not preference. It's not fine when Letabo does it though. But so but yeah, so trying things that you really, really enjoy. Like when we go to Cheeky's and have the hot dog together, and it's just the two of us, and it's our quality time, and we're catching each other up on stuff like that.
Yeah.
So those for me are like really, really favorite moments, even if it's not like a big thing. Like even if we just go out for pizza, because it's the two of us and we're eating and all of that, and it's just giving. I'm your own to us. Friend. No,
it's giving.
I have friends.
I'm your best friend.
The also is also we share friends.
Which
is quite complicated. But we have a friendship episode coming, so you'll get all of that on it. Now, food different cultures have different foods, all of that stuff. How do you think you practice like respect or mindfulness when it comes to other cultures, their foods and stuff like that?
I think the way I do it is if I want to try, it's in the adjectives I use to describe the food, right? You have to be respectful in how you speak, especially if it involves other people's cultural practices. You've got to be very mindful of that. Very mindful, very cutesy, very demure, you know? So if I try something and it's not for my taste, and it's from someone else's culture and it means a lot to them, because remember, cultural food is not just food.
Yeah, it has so many like memories.
It needs a lot of
Yeah.
people. So if I don't like it, it's in how I describe it. So I can't taste someone's indigenous food and be like, that's disgusting. Nah, that's mad disrespect. You get what I mean? If you don't want to swallow it, cool, do it respectfully. And then be like, yeah, no, I just think it's not for me. You don't have to degrade a whole country. Everything. No. Yeah. There's no need to go all about that. So I think just being very mindful in the adjectives you use to describe the food. And if you're a textural eater, or like there's certain sensory qualities that bother you, don't go looking for food that have that quality and then be like, the food is bad. No. I like slimy things. I'm not gonna go out trying to try things that look slimy. Do you get what I mean? What a goose so I'm not gonna go out of my way to go and try it because the texture already is just not for me. So I think that is my main point. Adjectives, how you speak about other people's cultural foods. On your end?
I'm a big research, actually investigate the things you're trying before you try them. Because when you have some sort of knowledge or background around something, you know what you're getting yourself into. And the
flavor profile as well.
You also know kind of how to like bridge certain things. You can make certain connections. You can figure certain things out that, this is what I'm not enjoying. Or this is what If you just go and Google is, you can use your data, you can use Bing, you can use other search engines, but it's one search engine away nowadays. And it's just making sure you're knowing what you're doing. And yes, unfortunately, due to literature, the world, and the hierarchy, a lot of specifically African traditional foods and stuff like that are not written about academically and in enough depth. And that's just a knowledge gap the world needs to start like fixing and catching up. And it's up to us to kind of start writing our recipes from our grandmas, all of those things that are passed down and publishing them. But for me, it's like, you can have a sense, you can have an idea of like, this is going to be spicy, you know? So expect it to be spicy. If you see an ingredient you don't know, Google the ingredient or what it might taste like. Similar things. Because my big one was like okra, right? When I hear things with okra, I was like, okay, that's an interesting thing. And I'll see the veg. But then I saw how okra is when it's cooked. And I was like, raw thing. And I was like, okay, this is not something that you would enjoy in a stew and stuff like that. So I'm able to be respectful by doing the work myself, not necessarily expecting someone else to have figured it out for me, but by doing the work and being like, okay, this is the tribe I'm going to try. This is what's written. It's either if ethically I don't agree with this, or I've never tried that and the texture might put me off, and also big communication. For me, like, just tell the people that have made you the food certain things. Like tribe, right? Big Mukhodu girl, love Mukhodu. But there are people who don't love it because of the texture. But it's in communicating, Chomi, I get it, you love Mukhodu.
But it's just not for me.
It's not thing. Or if you're trying something new, if you're like, I'm apprehensive, so I'm going to try it. And if I don't enjoy it, it's nothing to do with you. It's just me, my taste,
that one plays a major role when someone else has prepared the meal.
And kind of like poured their heart out into this meal.
And you're just like, it's just a matter of
and you're pulling faces.
You're just like,
and you're doing this. You're
poking it.
Like, no, just leave it.
Like, you know what? I appreciate the fact that you tried.
And stuff like that. But for me, the thing is, I'd rather have someone like tell me this is what's working for me than for me to cook for someone, eat in a separate location, and then when I get back, I can see my food there in the kitchen. Like they've cleared their plates quickly, and I'm like, you could have just said this. That's not for me.
I get
like, don't be sneaky about it.
I think when you're cooking for people, and when you're receiving food cooked by people, you have to understand that cooking is not just cooking. Like, it's time, it's effort, it's emotion.
It's
right?
muscles.
Like,
everything.
It's a lot.
You put your all in.
Especially if you're going out of your way to give someone a new experience. If I'm cooking something you're used to, then that's not a worry for me. But if it's a new experience to you, I'm putting my foot out on it. So I think it's just a matter of being mindful, and you can respectfully disagree with something.
Exactly.
Like you don't have to be disrespectful in your
delivery,
right? And not understanding something. You can respectfully be like, "Hey, Mara, to me, it's why is a bit much." You know, it's a matter of respect. More than anything, I think it's just a matter of respect. It's a you're gagging. Okay, cool. Maybe it's a natural reflex. Like, we'll feel sorry. But also apologize. Be like, "Oh, Tommy, I'm sorry for gagging, but I think that's the major thing. Just a matter of being respectful.
It's not what you say; it's how you say it, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially when it comes to like cultural food. Big one.
Yeah, because some of our foods
smell funny. They have funny textures. Like, it's a lot.
They mean so much to our history
and to the people cooking it.
I think in every culture that's like rich in history, they have so much like associations and so many things that remind them. Because remember, culture plays a role in identity, which means cultural food plays a role. That's why even when people leave South Africa, they're like, "Nah, man, but I need or something."
I get you.
Because it really brings you back to all your memories. It brings you back to certain parts of your identity, and sharing that, for me, that's why I like cooking for other people, especially like cultural food. It's literally, I'm bearing my heart on a plate. Literally. I'm bearing a piece of my identity on your plate. So your response to that
matters.
Kind of, and I'm not saying try and like everything. You don't have so unrealistic.
But the thing is, you don't have to like it. Exactly. You just have to be respectful about you dislike.
Yeah, because two things can be true at once. Literally. It can be in the world to me and like to you and nothing to me. And those can both be correct and honest, but like it's just we be mindful. Be demure. Be considerate.
Yeah.
I think, because I think that's people forget, you know, and sometimes we're quick.
But we're so quick to be disrespectful.
Sometimes we're quick in the hand.
We are so quick to be disrespectful about everything. Respect is something that it requires emotional intelligence. You need to click into, I need to be respectful. You need to click in that I'm in a different space. I have to be respectful.
Yeah.
You know, it's when you don't make that click in your brain when disrespect comes so quickly.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
As well.
Exactly. Like when you lived in the UK and I came over and you guys made me try that pasty thing. I didn't like it, but I wasn't like, no. I just called her and I was like, you know, I think
it's not for me.
It's just not for me.
Yeah.
You know, it's a matter of that your partner came over. She tried mohodu, makwenya, and then she didn't like something. She was just like, no,
that's not for me. Yeah.
You see her gagging, wiping her lips. Oh no, bring her up. Woo! It's just a matter, guys, be respectful.
Yeah, I do. I think like,
but also have the emotional intelligence to be respectful and to know when to be respectful.
Yeah, because we're quick, isn't it? Unfortunately, I think nowadays, because of the pace of the world and the pace of everything,
so fast.
Everything is so fast. People don't have like time for certain consciousness. Like people really don't And this is just generally speaking, this is if this is not you, it's not personal, it's not kind of like a
jab at you.
yeah, it's not who do these girls think they are? No, it's just we're talking about observations we've made of the world.
Yeah.
And that's very specific to our world as well. But with like I was saying, everything is so fast paced and stuff that people are literally go and grab, even with things as powerful as words.
Exactly.
And we grew up, don't use any words. You know those things. Sticks and stones make break my bones, but words, blah blah blah. We grew up with quotes like that, but nowadays that's gone out the window, especially with keyboard warriors. This is 2 seconds.
That's disgusting. Did you eat it?
Like 2 seconds on someone's like food video and whatever, and especially
I wouldn't do it like that.
Yes, you're not the one cooking. It's fine. Bloggers and content creators, you see the mindfulness in them, and then you go open their comment sections,
and it's just,
and you're just like, yeah.
Because I think food bloggers understand how to speak. When you're a food critic professionally, you need to know how to speak. You need to use those adjectives to describe what you didn't like, what you did like. Because you're basically giving feedback, right? And those are people who are trained in that field and exact. So you, with your opinion, let it stay that your opinion is not a fact. It's an opinion. It's not personal.
Because that, like, you see those comments and you're like, when did the world get like this? Like when people are eating with their hands, and then someone's like, I didn't see you wash your hands.
Do I need to record myself washing my hands?
I must wash my hands. How am I supposed to hold the phone to dry the washing my hands now? The phone even I think go pumla so I don't really
your tools are dirty. Your tools are dirty. My soul was dirty. I think that is very, very true. But also I think we've learned to we overshare a lot on social media. So people start expecting to see certain things. So they want you up close and personal. If you're shooting a get ready with me, no one is ever gonna ask, did you bath? Or whatever. But if it's certain things, like people are just overly invested in other people's lives. You get what? You're overly. That's why you will critique if someone like is cooking for a lot of people and they're not wearing gloves. You're not wearing gloves. It's not that just wash your hands.
Also, we don't want to taste latex on our food.
And let's go get powder gloves. You gonna
extra that's why extra spice.
You get what I mean? I think it's a thing of we've overly opened up ourselves up to receiving those type of comments, but
I don't think
also deserve them. You don't. Nobody deserves that for a fact. Nobody deserves it. So I think just opening yourself up to social media, you know that there's going to be that one, but your socks are not matching. It's not that deep. You know? So that's a thing. And when it comes to food, it's kind of hypersensitive.
Yeah, it is. I think it's a bit unrealistic also sometimes.
Like, guys, I'm not going to
because people want to see like every single step. If you don't say, and then I put salt in, but then people in the comments, where's the salt? Where's the salt?
Guys, I don't have to. So I think it's very difficult. So I think when people are filming food recipes, remember there's some things that come naturally to you.
Yeah, that
as the person cooking it, that does. Yes. So in your brain, putting salt and pepper in food is not like a thing. Like I didn't need to film that. You get what I mean? But then you won't find those people who are like, oh, the food doesn't have salt. Okay. I'm sorry. Did you eat it? No. Are you going to eat it?
No. But yeah, it's just...
It's a game time.
Yeah, it's game time. So we've collected some trends that were either mostly TikTok trends, I think. I'm not on TikTok, so some of these might be outdated or whatever. But a lot of people have heard them a lot of times. So we're going to play a kind of yay or nay. Would we try them? Have we tried them? If we did, what was our opinion?
All right, must that
sort of magic bowl is yours.
This paper looks a bit small. I don't like this. All my topics. So it says African food.
Oh,
but I don't think we can talk about South African food.
Because the trend never included that. That for me is what I'm finding.
That's the trend.
Okay. So, period of time, especially in America, I think, where a lot of people were trying African food. And
But it's like one culture.
Yeah, I put it in inverted commas because Africa's a continent.
And it's massive.
Exactly.
Very massive.
Nobody tries European food. They try Italian food. They try French food. They try German food. You know, all of those
African
things.
food. Everything in one.
And so when the trend first started, I was so excited. I'm like, yeah, people are going to be eating.
And then you see nothing.
And I was like,
I've never seen this.
This one I've never eaten. This one I'll try also. But I think the kind of it's the broad brushstroke when it comes to African
food.
And yes, we have a lot of shared things.
True.
Like we have things that you'll find in North Africa as well as like Southeast Africa and stuff like that. But also people forget
they're extremely different in how they
prepared and stuff like that. Because people forget that a lot of Africa was colonized. So your colonizers have played a role in kind of the food culture we see today. So when people try African food, like what African
Which
food are you
part
trying?
of Africa?
Because there's some African parts that are mainly Portuguese cooking. There's some that are French style cooking.
Oh, okay.
And stuff like that. And I'm like, so what?
In the whole,
We are trying African food.
we're trying
The
everything.
entire continent. And then they feel like they eat it with their hands. Traditionally, they eat it. And then they say you must smack it first. So, wow.
You know what's one thing? I digress and apologize. I digress. When people want to try food with their hands, but they eat it with gloves.
Hi, boy.
Like, what was the point? I get to the point is so that you feel it in your
And it
fingers.
does burn your hands and all of that.
So I think that I saw that once or twice, and I was just like, you should have just used a spoon.
And then they scoop it like this, and then it's a bit spicy. Okay.
Now it's your turn.
So I was nay for that trend.
Nay,
was
because
for
I've
that
never
trend.
tried. I think I've never tried food
African.
outside of South Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
must broaden my taste buds there.
we'll do like a food tour. Food tour. If you have restaurant suggestions, pop like in the comments. We'll go. Healthy Coke. It's more recent, so it's sparkling water or like lemonade with balsamic vinegar. Yeah, your name.
Nay. Major nay. Firstly, I don't like balsamic vinegar on its own. Secondly, I don't like things that pretend to be. I will never fully explain this without hurting anybody's feelings, so I will not go into detail. But I don't like pretentious food. If you want to drink a Coke, drink a Coke. If you don't want to drink a Coke, don't drink a Coke. You know what I don't like? There's this thing going around, the fake Snicker bar, where you put dates and peanut butter and chocolate. Eat a Snickers bar. If you want a Snicker bar, call it
If you want
something
chocolate
else.
covered dates with peanut butter,
I'll be like, oh, we're eating Snickers. No, you don't. I cannot do it. So that's definitely a nay for me. I don't like pretentious food.
Sorry. Anyway.
It's my turn. Is it a nay or yay from you?
It's a nay. Why are we putting vinegar in sparkling things?
Oh, so where did you get these things? Tomato or watermelon ice?
Yes. So, and it's recent, this one. It's a
Okay.
summer trend, right?
I need you to explain.
People freeze their tomatoes or their watermelons.
then they grate them.
Yeah, but with the tomato, you cut some burrata. Is it burrata cheese?
Yeah.
Cut some burrata, you grate the tomato ice on it, then you put some balsamic vinegar and you have it. With the watermelon one, I've seen some cool things where people have turned it into, there's a watermelon margarita,
Yeah.
like with some lime and stuff. So you take watermelon, you cut it up into triangles, then you grate that, then you enjoy that either on its own with some lime and tequila if you want.
It's giving it a sorbet, but it doesn't want to be a sorbet. It's giving it a sorbet, but it doesn't want to.
Yeah.
I've never personally tried it. I would not try frozen tomato, but I think I would try the watermelon one. So nay to the tomato, yay to the watermelon.
I don't like when things melt on other things. Like,
So not this episode showing us that we're extremely picky eaters. Damn, not to that.
But with things like tomato, right? It's going to melt over that cheese. That cheese already is like sort of liquid. So nahala metsi ya tamati yale.
Stop it.
Stop it. Now it's a soup. Stop it. And people who've had it have like, you genuinely hear some people saying it's refreshing. It's like nice to the palate and whatever. But personally for me, like the watermelon as well, you're going to grate it and then it's going to melt. And then you're going to have like a little separation.
I get that
going on. So for me, unless it's served frozen or frozen and then defrosted or frozen and then cooked or something like that.
So it's giving it a name.
It's an A for me.
Okay. It's your
What's my
turn.
turn? Baked oats.
I'm not gonna shoot it because I've never tried it.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted to try it because I don't like cooked oats. Because so it's a yay if I try it and I like it. But I'm not shooting the idea down. I think it's a really good way to enjoy your oats without it being cooked.
I think for me, because of the kind of versatility of oats, and I like oats. Well, it depends on who cooks it. I like it when I cook it. I don't like it when other people cook my oats. But in terms of like kind of the versatility and the pre-ness of it, like you can prepare it the day before, pop it in the oven while you're in the shower,
convenience.
and then come back. That convenience for me is a big yay.
So it's a yay.
It's a yay for me.
Okay. That's the first one we agree on, like together. Nature's cereal, berries, ice, coconut water.
And pomegranate seeds. We also a trend, guys. And the shops were out of coconut water
And berries.
and berries and pomegranate seeds.
I think it looks refreshing.
Yeah.
I don't want to lie. When people are
Yeah,
trying it looks really, really refreshing. Personally, I don't think I would try it because I don't think coconut water is my thing.
Yeah.
Because I've heard some really back and forth opinions
Yeah, it's
about
kind of
it.
like a...
It's a hit or miss.
Yeah,
but
people
it's either
don't
you really
have-
like it or you don't like it. So it looks refreshing, looks good.
Not
Yay.
for you.
Not for me, but yay.
So yay on the train, but
Yay, yes.
Okay, right, cool. Yeah, I just don't like chewing cold things. Like ice. Okay, let me explain. The drink is cold, the fruits are cold, the ice that you put in it just makes it extra
And then it
cold.
hurt your teeth.
It doesn't hurt my teeth, but I just don't want to consistently be chewing at something cold. That's why I don't, like, even when I eat ice cream, I don't chew my ice
Who
cream.
chews their ice cream?
People chew their ice cream.
What are you chewing?
There are people who chew their ice cream.
What are you chewing?
And that's fine. Ask Chacha Nila.
What are you chewing?
Ask Chacha Nila.
What are you? My question is, no, I understand when you get to the cold, ne? Yeah. But
No, people chew the ice cream. That's fine, though. That's fine. But yeah, for me, I think, and also because when you put ice into something, right, there's kind of a watered downness.
oh yeah,
the
after a
coconut
time,
water.
it's gonna water
And then-
down.
Everything's just going to taste a bit the same, isn't it?
I think it will.
Because you're now, even with the manzi.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, this one I want.
How?
Hi. The current hype, or kind of, it started more so this year, around chlorophyll water or sea moss.
Can I tell you? I have no problem with people doing things if they understand what it does to the body. Like, I have a problem when people bandwagon on health things, right? Health related things. Things like sea moss, chlorophyll water, and so on. Do your own research. If you feel comfortable enough with consuming those products, then cool, consume it. Do you get what I mean? Because if I'm in business, right? I'm a business person. I want to sell my product to you. I will never tell you the long-term downfalls if there are any.
Yeah.
Please don't
Yeah.
treat me. I'm
You're not
that.
saying you're
I'm
sea
not-
moss or anything
I'm not
like
trying
that.
to stress. I just feel like people like to bandwagon on things without doing their own research. So if you have certain conditions, there's certain things you can't consume. And if you just go with the flow,
Yeah.
especially with food trends, then it becomes an issue.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I wouldn't try sea moss because people are like, and also the texture. When people, I'm like, whoo. But that's about it.
Yeah.
Chlorophyll, I will do my own research on it before going ahead.
So it's your stance.
I think it's a yay
Okay.
if you research.
Okay. Hey, this yay comes with conditions. It's a yay if you research. My big thing is kind of looking back at history, right? And the longevity of our grannies, our ancestors, and stuff like that. Guys, now my granny has never drank chlorophyll water, and she's 70
And she's fine.
So sometimes I do think like the fear mongering that happens in the medical world feeds onto certain trends. So people also put like really broad things. Like if you don't drink this, this is going to happen.
Exactly.
And it's like,
And
whoa,
it's not.
guys.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So I think I would say the same thing. If you've done your research and you feel happy with it
And you're comfortable with it.
yeah, or you've tried it and it really
worked
does
for
help
you.
with whatever they say it helps with, bloating, sustaining, all of that stuff, then yay.
It's definitely just do your research.
Yeah, but
first.
personally for me, I'm not doing that.
Tangulu.
I still want to try it. But I'm scared about like the sweetness of it. But
it's definitely
a yay. It is such a yay.
Without an explanation, it's a yay.
And it's the snap and the crunch and the
I think it's more of a textural experience more than anything.
Than the sugar of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. We'll do an episode where we make some of these things and talk. Strawberry yogurt bites or yogurt bark. So the frozen yogurt, strawberries, you freeze them like that. Then you add chocolate over it, or when people just freeze their yogurt on a sheet pan, right? Yeah. Sheet pan with like berries, chocolate shavings, all of that stuff.
I think it's definitely a yay, guys. Like it's just frozen yogurt.
Yeah, it's refreshing, isn't it?
And it's not too
much. And it seems, I mean, if you can bite into cold things, see, the people who do what to their ice cream have an advantage here because they know what they're doing. Your teeth are going to freeze. But
I think it's convenient, right? And it's a quick snack.
Especially for like summer big parties type vibe. It might melt.
So at your big party, you're not eating bark. You're eating it like in your personal space. I think it's a quick thing if you like sweet treats after night dinner.
Okay.
It's jotted.
No,
it's man. Birria taco.
We had them. It's a big yay from me. I wish I was able to source the peppers and cook them myself. But when we had them, they were spicy. They were good. 10 out of 10. Need to learn how to make them. If there's a local spot, we'll try it so that you guys can see that I will suffer from the spice. But we generally enjoy it because I love them.
I can't handle spice at all. They were good. Just extremely spicy for me. I think that was the biggest thing. Because I took like one bite and I was like, nah, it's too much heat. No.
But for me, I think that's when we saw how people can respect food cultures. Because everyone was like, when they were making it, I don't have the authentic peppers. I don't have the Mexican one. That's when we saw that people are capable of.
They can be respectful. They just choose not. Or maybe they pick and choose their.
Maybe it depends on where the culture is. Ooh, controversial. Butterboards.
You had to explain this to me.
So it was when everyone was like kind of hyped with who've never seen this. How do you say that word? Charcuterie. That one. Charcuterie boards. So what you do is you'd have like sort of a toast board. So different types of toast with bread, sourdough, ciabatta, blah, 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 blah. And then you'd have a board with butter. So
like flavored butters and stuff.
No, it doesn't have to be flavored, but it's like your chopping board, yabo. Then you either take like your salted butter and whatever, and then you make little dents. Yeah, you make little scoops there.
Yeah.
And then you season the entire board. So people would put, if you're using unsalted butter, they'd put salt, rosemary, thyme, if you're kind of paprika, spices like that. And then people are able to take that flavored spiced butter and put it on their toast and then munch.
I think definitely yay for big catering and finger food type of thing.
Mm.
Definitely a yay. It takes away the inconvenience of having to
And then we all put our toast there and everyone.
just
Yeah.
and waiting for the butter to kind of, because it's
Yeah.
already soft.
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah. It is.
So I think it's definitely a yay for me. Would I have it at my wedding? Completely different question. But I think it's a yay for me.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was quite like inventive and quite.
It's unique.
It's a nice way to
different.
display butter. I mean, butter roses are cute and stuff,
But
like
they're a
little
bit
swirls and
impractical.
stuff. But yeah, sometimes it's a bit hard, especially if the butter
Yeah,
is not. So it
needs
was
to be frozen.
and also a way to kind of add a different flavor profile to
Mhm.
butter, which I found quite intriguing because I was like, oh, that's interesting. Because we like garlic butter, we like garlic and herb butter, stuff like that. So it gave people like a chance to kind of explore with their butter.
That is really cool. Smash burger taco.
You know them, right?
Yeah, my opinion is skewed because I don't eat mince. Very sweet.
Okay, before you didn't eat mince.
Yes. But I think sometimes I'm scared that the tortilla might break.
When you're folding it.
Yeah, because I think that you put the yeah.
Yeah, it's all
Yay, in terms of before I used to eat mince. Yay, definitely wanted to try it.
I think for me it was kind of the nice cultural merge
Between American culture.
Yeah,
Smash burgers from
don't
America.
think there's an argument about where burgers are actually originally from.
They are not from
but they're
America.
popular. No, let me not say that. Anyway, but the burgers, where the burgers coming before we get cancelled here. But the burgers in the kind of Mexican, because it's the shape, isn't it? It's the fact that it holds things together that's kind of convenient. And it was a yay. Haven't tried it, but yay.
Definitely.
Jar cucumber salads, the current one.
Well, the one that you you must shake that.
Dill, cream cheese, salmon. We shake and it's a salad.
I think I'm very particular. So if anything, I don't like pickles and all of those and the onions and everything. I don't like everything that goes into the jar except the cucumber and the cream cheese and the seasoning.
But there's different
So
types.
I think if we take out the onion and many other things, yay. But cucumbers, cream cheese, a little bit of salt in there. Definitely.
Okay. I don't know, because obviously there's different variations.
A lot.
But it was when everyone was kind of bandwagoning on the cucumber salad from, I can't remember which Asian country it is, but it was the one where you chop the soy sauce and all of that. And everyone was just calling it a cucumber salad. So even in this variation, there's one of those where I'm like, just give credit to like the people who originally
came up with the idea,
made it and stuff like that. In terms of eating that much cucumber,
in what? I don't think you should eat it alone though.
But for me, that much cucumber in one setting is a bit. But it's a yay because it looks convenient. People can.
It looks convenient. You have to shake it for like 10 minutes. What looks convenient?
But then you can grab it and go, and that for me is the most interesting part. And kind of, you shake it and then you go, and then you have your thingamabob.
All right, this one wasn't for the frozen grape. Yay, definitely a yay.
Yeah, because then people would cover them with like sugar or like what's that thing? Not Drinko Pop. But people would cover it with kind of
a gelatine type of thing.
Yeah, like your favorite flavor jelly. That's what it was. And that looked quite refreshing and smart and snacky.
It's definitely a yay for me.
It's a yay.
Lower lost.
Because we'll just not do this one for this episode. We'll have another episode about food because I think we overestimated our content. The Flying Dutchman, onion, burger, cheese.
Can I
sauce,
put a disclaimer?
The onion.
All of these opinions will be based on when I used to eat mincemeat. Going forward, it's a no. But for the plot, I eat mince.
Yeah, for the plot.
Yes. Looks very like
Yeah.
pasta. I'm not someone that likes onions, but that one I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
this looks good.
Yeah.
That looked good. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah. I wish.
And even the whole like experience of eating
the
the meal,
yeah.
that was different.
Yeah.
Definitely a yay for me.
Yeah, it was a yay. I unfortunately don't have the culinary skills to do stuff like that.
You do.
No, my thing was keeping the onion together.
Someone was like, you must put the cheese on the onion and not the cheese on the patty. Because then your onion will still stay intact. And then you
Top tip, maybe we'll try. Like I said, we'll do an episode where we're trying some of these and the Pablo will make us a flying Dutch.
Not the towel. Who doesn't eat mince? Girl dinners. Girl dinner. We eat cereal for dinner. I just think it's laziness. We're promoting laziness at this point. How do you guys say Zimba for dinner and be like, girl dinner? No, we didn't eat dinner. We didn't eat Zimba.
Yeah, I think in terms of the world we live in and disordered eating and stuff like that, I had a discussion prior with someone where they were like, people stop taking girl dinner as kind of that I'm gonna grab that cheeky pizza or I'm gonna grab that
it's
quick
a meal
thing to kind of showcase more so their disordered eating thing.
Yes, it's still a meal.
It's not girl dinner. You know,
exactly. It must still be a meal. It's
a
convenient, but it must be
or something like
meal.
you associated with like girlhood or femininity, which I don't know.
Eating hot dogs for dinner. Yes, girl dinner.
When we started associating food and genders and blah, blah, blah. But for me, yeah, it was like kind of, it started cute. It started wholesome. But then we just
I'm just like,
we take things a bit too far. And now you're down this like disordered eating when your girl dinner every day is a cigarette or a vape.
Like that's exactly, you're not eating a meal.
Yeah.
It's no longer a meal. It's not nutritious.
Yeah.
It's not convenient. You're just not eating and then you're like, girl dinner.
No. So yeah, I think because of the kind of aftermath of it, it's a nay for me. Just actually make dinner.
I think it's a yay for me if you're eating an actual meal. Yeah. It's a yay.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn. I read the girl dinner.
There's so many of these. Dill sandwiches. They're happening, I think, now-ish. They're quite recent. You swap the bread in a sandwich for...
Sorry, I digress.
That face. Oh my gosh. When I was reading up on these trends, because like I said, I'm not on TikTok. The breads part, right? They said in restaurants, people are even getting requests like, please scoop the seeds out. Like sandwich restaurants are making these pickle things.
I don't like things that like to pretend to be other things.
So the pickles mustn't pretend.
It's not a burger. It's not a burger. So it's a no, and I don't eat pickles. No.
When I think about like the texture of...
Do you know how big a patty is?
But it's sandwiches. So you put both your salami, ham, blah, 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 cheese. But it's a nay for me as well.
It's definitely a nay.
When I just think about how much water is in a pigo, and then you are mixing it with your salamis, which are oil based, like they have oil on them. It's just a lot that happens in your mouth, but it's a nay for me.
No, it's a big no. Green Goddess cabbage salad.
Have you seen it?
No.
It's a chopped salad. It was chopped with cabbage because usually we don't make salad with cabbage. We make salad with lettuce. And she created this Green Goddess dressing. Don't know the creator because thingy, but if you look on TikTok, there's the original creator. Let's give credit where credit is due. There are other people who've made variations and restaurants and stuff like that. But there's something called a Green Goddess dressing, and it's just the entire salad is green. Even the dressing is green.
I would have an opinion if I knew
the ingredients.
But I'm already on a no because the cabbage is raw. That's it. That's my comment.
Okay. I think I'll give it a try, but so most people are having it with chips because it's a finely chopped salad. So yeah, you'd have it with chips, but you can have it alone as well. And for me, I was just like, yeah, that's cool. That's you, but I'm not having a cabbage salad, especially with how when cabbage is off season. Oh, yay!
Well, no, like if you cut cabbage, you let it sit for a long time. The smell of that cabbage is not the same as when the cabbage is intact. So I think that would be a thing for me.
Yeah, things like that was a no. Scrambled pancakes.
No. No. No.
Why not?
No. I've seen someone make it. You literally, like, you make a pancake.
Yeah, and then
before you flip it,
yeah. I just don't know why you want to eat that. Because pancakes, like, we enjoy the shape.
You would like the whole rice.
I'm cutting it. It's a nay for me.
It's a no, definitely no. Upside down tarts. Like
So
the ones where the pineapple is on top.
No, you know when people were chopping down like veggies or whatever and then putting them and then the puff pastry goes on top and then you fall.
Oh.
You do that. I found that really cute.
I think it's cute, like individualized things, like finger foods type of art. I think it would be very, very cute.
Yeah, I was like, yay. Because also it kind of...
But you said veggies.
Yeah, like goma, tamatis, balsamic, feta,
peaches.
You can
do the same thing with peaches. Okay, cool.
I think for me, what it really gave was kind of a gateway into this culinary world that we feel like sometimes is like
it's a high class, but it's not.
Like you can't recreate it at home, and here you are having people create these little tartlets and little rice.
So it'll definitely be a yay for me if it's a fruit-based tart.
It's a yay for me, regardless.
I don't eat veggie-based tarts.
We've got two more.
Amen.
All right, most kind of recent took over the baking world. The chocolate chip cookie or any type of cookie croissant. We put cookie dough, and you bake the croissant.
I tried it, right?
Yeah.
Personally, it's a bit sweet. Like, it's definitely a yay. Maybe it's just where I tried it.
Yeah.
Maybe their cookies are overly sweet.
Yeah.
But yay.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can taste both. Like, you can taste the croissant and you can taste the cookie. Like,
oh my gosh,
it doesn't just taste like one thing. You can be like, okay. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Definitely a yes.
Yeah, it's a yay. It looked great.
Can you imagine it?
I wanted to try it. I'm like, maybe we should go to Italy and try them there when they bake nice patisserie.
Oh, I've seen that guy.
I want them there in the nice patisserie. What thoughts? Because it looks. And you get the crunch, you get the gooey kind of. Yeah, look
like when they get it right, fire.
But yeah, it's a yay.
Fire, yay. Is this the last stuff?
Yes.
Chopped bagel sandwiches.
Chopped bagels or sandwiches. So it's another
slash.
Yeah, you know, guys. Next time Letabo's writing these cards because she complains about.
I feel like I need to bring it to the camera, trying to get zoomed in and decide whether it's slash or not. Is this a slash? Maybe it's just my eyes. If it's my eyes, then sure. But in my opinion, this does not look like a forward slash at all, guys.
No way.
Oh my God. Okay. Chopped sandwiches / bagel.
So you take whatever filling you would put in the sandwich. Lettuce, cucumbers, salami, like anything, mayonnaise. And you chop all of them. Then you take that chopped mabob and you put it in either in the bagel or in the thingy. So it first started with kind of the whole salmon cream cheese thing. Salmon, cream cheese, dill, pickles, onions, and all of that. Chop them, put it in the bagel. Because sometimes,
can I tell you what I'm thinking? I'm thinking you're lazy to chew. So you're chopping it prior and then putting it, because you're gonna Do I make sense?
I guess.
Do I make sense?
It's part of the process, isn't it? When you
Unless
start
it's one
to-
of those sandwiches where maybe the lettuce is a bit more than the meat, so you wanna incorporate it all in one, so
Yes.
you don't
So
have
the concept.
uneven bites.
So the concept
But-
is to have a bite of
of
everything in each bite.
But that takes away the adventure of the sandwich.
That's what I.
Have you ever bitten a sandwich and then they start on the outside,
And then in the middle, like it's tomato sauce
and so on?
Ooh.
So now,
It's all chopped.
you're gonna chew the same.
But also for me, I was like, I don't want.
It's gonna feel like one.
The only crunchy thing,
And they have to chop it like until it's,
it's
like
not
almost
almost
a
a paste.
Uh-huh.
You still have some sort of texture in it, but it's reduced. It's reduced texture. It's smaller. It's in the bagel. It's all of that. I get it because sometimes eating a bagel is messy or whatever. But now I'm thinking if all of that stuff is chopped, if it's coming out all on one end,
It's the
like
same
it's still
thing.
super messy. But it was a nay for me. I looked at it once and I was like,
Nice.
I'm a tomatis.
It'll definitely be a nay for me. No, I think it'll definitely be a nay for me. And I think at this point we're becoming lazy to chew. Get no way, bro.
Okay, quick one. Do you think how we treat each other in our cultures and stuff like that sometimes feeds into diet culture? Yes or no? And then we leave it on that for another video.
I think you need to explain the question better to me.
Okay, so how our cultures and how we're taught to talk to one another, treat one another, who we can receive comments, certain comments
Make an
from,
example.
and stuff like that. So you know how sometimes when some old people feel it's okay to make comments about your weight, but to them it's because mara look blah 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 blah.
Okay.
So how our cultures? Do you think our cultures play a role in how we either give ourselves to diet culture,
Oh yes.
or how diet culture traps
affects
us? Yeah.
It's definitely a
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, and I think the same too, but we will talk about that on the second edition of our food episode.
I can't believe this episode needs like two parts.
Because we were planning the content, we didn't realize. But come back, tune in again to get another some nice, some fun and exploring conversations. And make sure to click that notification button, ding dong that bell, so you can hear from us when 922 is called. Okay. Until next week, we'll see you later. Bye. Bye.